I'm often asked which is better, Shopify or Etsy. Now, after selling multiple seven figures on Shopify and over six figures on Etsy, I can share some insights that are going to help you decide which way is the best way for you. So let's get into it. Shopify versus Etsy. Now, I'm going to start with the pros. So Shopify is really good for building your own brand. It's got a massive opportunity when you're putting the paid marketing in behind the products that you're selling, and you can find winning products much faster. With Etsy, it is great for getting started with print on demand. What Etsy allows you to do is build confidence in your ability and profitability into your business before you actually launch into Shopify, where you have to do a lot more work on the branding side of things and getting the whole store built out so it's fully functional. The next thing that is fantastic about Etsy is it's got over 500 million people browsing and shopping every single month. And the way your products are found over there is through searches. So when a customer comes to Etsy, they are looking for a particular product, and with your own search engine optimization of your listings, which is quite simple to do once you get used to it, you can get your products to surface in those search results and get purchased. Now the cons. With Shopify, it is a bit more complex. So if you're not very tech savvy, it is going to be a harder struggle for you to get up and running, as opposed to Etsy, where it is a little bit more straightforward. The step-by-step process is quite simple to follow when you're going through the onboarding process. So another con with Shopify are the subscription costs. So they can stack up very quickly. So you've got the base cost for Shopify, but then every app typically has a price associated with it as well. So you've got to be very mindful of those costs, particularly when you haven't got products that are bringing in a profit for you to bankroll. The other thing with Shopify is you've got to build out the full business. You've got your SMS marketing, you've got your email flows, your paid marketing. While you can find winners faster, it does require you to invest money up front. Whereas with Etsy, it's a much lower cost to be able to put products in front of people where there's a potential for them to be purchased. So the cons of Etsy: you don't own your own data. So that means you can't take what it is that you're learning over there. You can't take your email lists and use them as easily as you could if you're on Shopify. There's less customizability in your storefront. So you're really sort of boxed in as to what you can do with your own brand. And at times it can take longer to find winners. But that's not to say you can't find them, because I've had students get stuck in over there and been able to find winners and do over $20,000 in their first month by finding killer products that just hit. So if you're on the fence about which way to go, if you want simplicity, Etsy is going to be the way to go for you, particularly if you're short on time as well. So who is each platform for? So Shopify, it's great for established businesses. If you have money to invest up front for a subscription-based platform, and you're looking for that full customizability to be able to build out that full storefront and call it your own. With Etsy, it's great for a low maintenance approach. That means the time investment that you have to put into it, as well as the financial investment. It's the most cost-effective way to get started with print on demand. So when I started back in 2013, I still had to invest in the paid marketing up front. So it was with Teespring. All we had to do was create the designs, upload it to their platform. So we didn't even have the shop management back then, but it cost in terms of running that paid marketing. Whereas Etsy, you can pay for your basic subscriptions, which I'm going to share with you shortly. So the low maintenance approach with Etsy allows you to keep those costs down. It keeps the tech savviness out of it because it's pretty straightforward to get set up. And it just allows you to build that confidence, which is huge when it comes to print on demand. You really want to be able to find those winners and prove to yourself that you can actually make sales online. And you're probably wondering, how much does it cost? So with Shopify, you can start with a $1 free trial at the moment. They're always changing up what their promotion is, so keep an eye on that. But typically, their basic plan is around $29 each month. I think it's about 54 Australian dollars. You've got your transaction fees, but you've got that full store customization, and you've got the full policy creation over there as well. With Etsy, you've got a one-time setup fee of $15, and that's just to verify that the person that is signing up is a true merchant. Now, you're not going to get scammers paying that. You may, but it won't be anywhere near as in bulk as they have been in the past. So they really want to get away from all the fly-by-nighters and verify that the merchants that are coming in there are serious about creating a business. So the fees to be mindful of with Etsy, you got the 20-cent listing fees, you got transaction fees, you got the payment processing fees. And if you're running ads as well, that's going to take up some ad dollars as well. But it doesn't have to be a lot. And I don't suggest running ads when you're first getting started. You really want to focus on creating good quality products that sell organically. because once they sell organically, when you put that paid marketing behind them, you know you've got the potential to make even more sales, as opposed to running traffic and paying for that traffic to a whole catalog of different products that you've never sold before and may never sell. Now, if you'd love my personal guidance and the step-by-step roadmap to creating a $5,000 to $10,000 per month print-on-demand business in as little as 2 hours a day, so you can create that time freedom and financial independence, then make sure you check out PodHacks, my coaching program. You can click it with the first link in the description below. There, watch the quick training, and if you love the sound of it, make sure you book a call with my team and I'll have a chat to you over there. Okay, so realistically, how much is it? So with Shopify subscriptions, they do add up fast. So once you've got that base subscription cost, every app's going to bring with it its own subscription. Every app that you install will have a cost associated with it as well. So what I suggest when starting with Shopify, if you're looking to go down that path, budget for about $150 to $300 plus per month, just in subscription costs alone. That excludes any advertising costs that you're going to put in on top of that. Now with Etsy, it's so much more beginner friendly. So it only requires a couple of apps to get started, and I've listed them out here. So Everbee, that's a great tool for helping you validate your research. $10 per month for eRank. eRank is a tool that allows you to see what people are searching to buy on Etsy. Etsy Plus allows you to stand out in different ways within the Etsy listings. There's a bit more customizability with your shop. It also includes some listing fees in there as well. I've included $10 per month of listing fees, which is 50 designs that you can put up. Now, there is a time bandwidth that comes into mind with that as well. 50 designs, even though it could be variations, it's going to take time to create that many products. So I've been quite generous there with the $10. You may not spend that much each month putting up new products. Then you've got $10 per month for your Canva Pro. Canva Pro is worth its weight in gold. It's a design program that allows you to get basic designs up that can sell very, very well. You don't need a Photoshop subscription, which I think starts at about $50, unless, of course, you are a graphic designer. But again, I've started using Canva more and more each year with my print-on-demand business because it is just so simple. And then Creative Fabrica, again, they're running different promos all through the year. So, Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, you can pick up a yearly subscription very, very cheap. It has tons of different design elements that you can use in your designs to make them even more unique. Now, what do I personally recommend for people getting started? So in PodHacks, my coaching program for print on demand, I actually teach you how to do both. So I've got a full program for Etsy as well as a full program for Shopify with paid marketing. Now, I do recommend for beginners to start on Etsy because it is that great sandbox for building that confidence and profitability before you get into the paid marketing where you're reinvesting those profits with the confidence to know that the niches that you're going into, you do know that you can sell to them. So there's a good chance that when you do scale up, you're going to make even more money. Do you have any questions that you want answered about the Shopify versus Etsy debate? If so, make sure you ask below and I'll get back to you. But until then, if you want to learn how to optimize your Etsy listings, make sure you watch this video next, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay awesome.